are you boys doing today?
Good.
Good. I'm going to pose a question to you. If I did not know how to tie my shoes, do you think that you could describe the process to me?
Yes.
Can you think of any words specific to the situation that you would need to include in your description so that the process would make sense when you were telling me?
Shoelaces, crisscross, tie a knot,
Tie a knot,
bunny ears.
bunny ears. Do you think that if you omitted or left these words out that the process would still make sense to me?
No.
No, probably. As you can tell, we're going to be making a sweet treat today. The sweet treat is called a s'mores on a stick. I'm first going to model the process and how you make the s'mores on a stick, and then together we are going to come up with a list of instructions that it took to make our s'mores on a stick. After that, then you're going to get a turn to make your own sweet treat, and then you are going to come up with your own list of steps that you took to make the s'mores on a stick. Do you understand so far?
Yes.
We might run into some vocabulary words that you're not familiar with, but that's okay. I'll be sure to explain them as we go. Before we start the activity, do you have any further questions?
Nope.
Okay, we're going to jump right into it. So first I'm going to model the recipe card for the s'mores on a stick here. As I'm going through the modeling process, make sure you listen very closely to the vocabulary I'm using. The role of vocabulary is very important in helping our audience understand exactly what we are doing, so if they wanted to recreate the process, they could themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and begin the modeling process. So our first steps talk about how we need to heat our chocolate chips in a crock pot. I've already done that. I don't want you to have to mess with any heat, so I've already done the first couple of steps for you. The next step that it asks us to do is I'm going to grab a Ziploc baggie. Going to open our Ziploc baggie and put 2 graham cracker squares in our bag. I'm going to tightly seal our bag. And then I'm going to begin. That is what our final product is going to look like. Now we're going to verbalize the steps that I went through to get the s'mores on a stick, okay? So I'll go first. First, I took our Ziploc baggie and put 2 graham cracker squares in the bag. What did I do next?
You crushed them up.
I crushed them up. Okay, then what did I do?
And then you dumped them into the bowl.
I dumped them into a bowl, okay?
And then you picked your marshmallow. And you put your marshmallow on your fork.
You did a really good job of verbalizing the steps that we went through to make a s'more on a stick. Now it's your turn to make the sweet treat, okay? So you may begin. You're putting 2 graham cracker squares in your Ziploc bag. Now you're crushing it to make your crust. Finish making your s'mores on a stick. Do you think that you could now verbalize the process that you went through to come to your final product?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I got my plastic baggie. I put my graham crackers in it. I crushed them up. And then I got my marshmallow, placed it on the fork, dipped the marshmallow into chocolate, and took the marshmallow from there and dipped it into the crushed graham crackers.
Very good job verbalizing the process to me. While you were doing that, I went ahead and wrote down some words that I like that you included in the verbalizing. One of those words were crush. You described that you crushed the graham cracker. Another one was dipped. You said that you dipped the marshmallow into the chocolate. And the last one that I wrote down was excess, as in you let the excess chocolate fall off of the marshmallow. These descriptive words help your audience gain better insight into what exactly you did. If you were to omit them from describing your process, it may make your description a little hazy and your audience might have not been able to understand them. Does that kind of make sense? Okay, good. So now we're going to review the activity that we just did. I just have a few questions prepared for you. Did you notice that we used any words many times throughout the process? So any words that you heard over and over again?
Dipped.
Dipped. Okay. Any other ones?
We also used the word crushed for crushing the graham crackers.
Okay.
And we also got the excess chocolate.
Okay. Any other ones?
place it down so it could dry.
Okay. Very good, John. Here's another question for you. Why do you think that it is important that we use this vocabulary when we are explaining the process to an audience? I'm sorry.
So they can understand how to do it themselves.
Very good. Yeah, so the more specific we are, the better our audience is able to understand. One more. If we were to take these words away, would it have affected how well your audience understood what you were doing?
Yes, it would.
Yes, very good job. All right, great work today. I think your hard work deserves a sweet treat. You are now allowed to eat your s'mores on a stick. Very good job.